Now, seeing that there were 90 fewer players than before, confusion and panic spread among the participants. The angel, still floating with her hand on her lips, politely explained that she couldn't go to the real world and kill anyone, as that would mean those players died in the real world for some reason. A player shouted in shock and panic, realizing that only 1,225 players would survive this time, which was 1/4 of the total players. As all the players slowly noticed it, they started to panic, and some started to scream. A player asked the angel, "Is there an error? In every round, only half of the players survive. So how—" But before he could finish his sentence, the angel burst into laughter. She started to laugh loudly while holding her stomach, her laughter echoing throughout the entire area. So there they were, the whole gang of players listening to that angel with their eyes wide in horror and panic. She fired back at them, calling them filthy monkeys and saying angels ain't no dummies. She made it clear there was no error in the rules. With a point of her finger in a cheerful tone, she dropped a bombshell on him. She reminded him that everyone had survived the last round, so it was only natural that only 1/4 of them would make it through this time. That sent the already freaked-out players into an even deeper panic. The angel's look turned deadly serious as she laid out the quest details. In this village, there were 4 castle gates, and every 30 minutes, monsters would start pouring out of them. Their mission? Protect the purple crystal from getting wrecked by these beasties. There were going to be 4 waves of monsters, and if they couldn't keep that relic safe, they'd be hit with a big, fat penalty. To make things a bit easier, she said they'd be ranking players based on the number of monsters they killed. That's how they'd figure out the top 25% who'd get to live. And just to sweeten the deal, she dropped the monster's power by 1/3. Now, there was this musclehead in the group, grinning like he had it all figured out. He thought this round would be a cakewalk. All he had to do was slaughter a bunch of monsters, and he even had that authority skill to back him up. Easy peasy, right? The angel clapped her hands, making sure she got everyone's attention, saying she almost forgot to say the most important thing. She stared at the musclehead and said that in the last round, life is a documentary became the zone leader, right? So he can use the authority skill to command 10 people without any class. Then she questioned, did no one think about what will happen if the zone leader dies? And as soon as the musclehead heard this, he became like a statue without saying anything. Then the angel, with a wicked smile, explained that if the zone leader dies from a monster or any natural cause, like if he killed himself or fell down on a dagger and died, the zone leader's position will remain empty, and they will have to vote again to decide who will become the next zone leader. But what if the zone leader got killed by another player? The musclehead was still frozen in his position in shock when the angel continued that if a player kills the zone leader, then the one who will kill him will automatically become the zone leader, and he can also use 10 authority commands regardless of what the previous zone leader had used. As soon as she said this, all the players turned their gaze toward the musclehead with a deadly look, like they would eat the musclehead alive. Then the angel clapped her hands again, saying the monsters will appear in 10 minutes, and she hopes everyone will work together and survive. But then she smiled, looking like she was too happy, enjoying the moment and glaring at the musclehead, saying that she hopes everyone works together, but she is not sure if he will be able to. With those last words, she vanished, leaving the musclehead shaking in anger. Then the musclehead started to scream in anger, cursing the angel and calling her a bitch. However, a whisper caught his attention, and when he turned around, he noticed the players were ready with their weapon, ready to attack. Seeing this, the musclehead also took out his dagger in anger and started to shout, saying if they want to die this badly, they can come and he will fulfill their wishes. But the players didn't back down, explaining that the musclehead could only use his authority 10 times, and if they all attacked him together, he wouldn't be able to defend himself.